I ain't slamming, I'm gramming. And the way you put it, I'm SG with it. I'm a super granite. Snatch and grab, sneak and geek. Like we got. I know, Dave. You know, I bet you always see me in your dream.
You want to run dribble handoffs. You want to run post passes. Like they used to run in Chicago. You want to run right?
We was out here gang banging now. Posted on the block, my chain swinging. O to be young and dumb. Don't believe in 101. 30 clip the AI and we love them drums. But when niggas die, gotta be smart and keep you a gun. My homie died, heard his mama cry, peace to her son. One no point, he'll be alive, he ain't get to run. Living every day, hoping we survive, it's the life of the slum. And that black hearse took his last ride in the dirt, now he done. So much going on, I can't feel a thing, I think that I'm numb. Pay attention to detail, made $1 million off my email. Out in Malibu stepping on seashells, but it could be a Glock 23 shell. Was stuck in the hood, but I prevail. Where I come from, we don't see yell. Rock baby, I'm a trap scholar. I really study these well. I follow work, we don't need scale. I got baking soda on resale. He'll do anything not to see jail. No respect if he act like a female. You really a bitch. I'll get my glizzy a switch. Post seconds, we empty a stick. Bro, just like Curry, you really don't miss. To be young and dumb. Don't believe in 101s. 30 clip the AI and we love them drums. So when niggas die, gotta be smart and keep you a gun. My homie died, heard his mama cry, peace to her son. One no point, he'll be alive, he ain't get to run. Living every day, hoping we survive, it's the life of the slum. And that black hearse took his last ride in the dirt, now he done. So much going on, I can't feel a thing, I think that I'm numb. Society got too many distractions, every problem don't need a reaction. Toughest niggas, they be in the past tense, even though Kevin C was lacking. Losses on me, seen this shit happen. Knee deep in that beef, it was cracking. All this trauma and creeps in the damage. Hot shit with them demons attracted. This shit'll leave you writing love letters from the county cell. How you fight your sleep cause you heard it from soul olders there by the spell. Face to face with the devil and he got control on him cause he know him well. He just hoping the Lord gon' give him another chance before he go to hell. To be young and dumb, don't believe in 101s. 30 clip the AI and we love them drums. So when niggas die, gotta be smart and keep you a gun. My homie died, heard his mama cry, peace to her son. One no point, he'll be alive, he ain't get to run. Living every day, hoping we survive, it's the life of the slum. And that black hearse took his last ride in the dirt, now he done. So much going on, I can't feel a thing, I think that I'm numb.
Relief. Let's go, yeah. I'm a walking phoenix, nigga. I should be a LC. I keep shooters 1 point with me, just like on CP3. I was up in Bushwood with this bleepy like on 22G. Tripping out this cyber sense, sometimes I put my mind at ease. Pull up with that rifle like I'm Devin Booker, number net. Told her mama I ain't even trying to smash you, I want number net. Told these folks that I ain't flying commercial, I do number checks. If any ops survive when we slide, then he consider blessed. Feeling like I'm Trey on with the Glock because I score a lot. Feeling like I'm Yoda with the wisdom cause I know a lot. Counting up the extra in the trial, I might go buy some stocks. The AR-556 to go through walls just like it's juggernaut. Think about my safety so I bulletproof the SUV. The AP on my wrist side, the clutch shine like some LEDs. I know some niggas who learn how to shoot before they learn to read. All that money got me buying land, it got me signing D's. Juicing for 2 weeks, I need to cleanse, feel like my soul corrupted. All these players in this circle, you gon' get your bitch abducted. Right now, yeah, I'm in it, fucking catch you, hear that motor purr. This week I'ma twist up waffle cone. You smell exotic burn. My lady got a bin and now she earning. She keep buying purses. We on shroom and drug out here natural. We not doing perkies. All I do is hit it like I'm savage. We not doing verbal. All my niggas loyalists, no squares. We just do the circles. Put him on the crypto, it was cheap, but he ain't wanna listen. Put him on the money, he was broke, but he ain't wanna fix it. Put him on the fraud, he was scared, he ain't wanna risk it. It's a competition where I'm from. Who gon' be the rich? I'm a walking Bennett nigga. I should be a LC. I keep shooters who on point with me just like I'm CP3. I was up in Bushwood with this blinky like I'm 22G. Tripping out this side of the sense, sometimes I put my mind at ease. Pull up with this rifle like I'm Devin Booker, now the next. Told you mama I ain't even tryna smash, so I wasn't over nigga. Told you folks that I ain't flying commercial, I do nothing to it. Any awesome vibe, but we slide and he consider bliss.
I'm a walking business, they can feel this bitch with confidence. Yeah, I'm corporate thug and teaching no boys how to polish it. Only thing that play better than cash is when deposits we work. Like 30 G's and magic pay for a whole scholarship. Freedom boys woke up this morning and bought me 3 new toys. Bands on hand, only use cars when I'm buying land. I'm just saying, when you make some extra, put that to the side. Truffles ticket super high, get half a bag for 35. What's that Texas X? I'm the boss you niggas working for. Fraction, little piece. You just yapping, not sliding, thought you was back that action. Never loved her, I just like her for her satisfaction. Burnt off in that Hellcat, I turned off the traction.
I'm a walking Bennett nigga. I should be a LC. I keep shooters who on point with me just like I'm CP3. I was up in Bushwood with this blinky like I'm 22G. Tripping out this cyber shit, sometimes I put my mind at ease. Pull up with this rifle like I'm Devin Booker, number net. Told her mama I ain't even tryna smash it, I want number net. Told these folks that I ain't flying commercial, I do number checks. If any ought survive when we slide, then he considered blessed.
We got London on the track.
Yeah, I tear the roof up off this bitch, nigga. My bitch super cute, when she give me a smooth, she make her lips bigger. That other shit out, it ain't in this. The baby came back with the tape, brought the hits with all this whack ass shit niggas putting out shit, had me going to sleep while I'm driving. These niggas know what it is, don't even try him. They know he ain't going for shit, he get violent. Won't even want me, bitch, no problems. You already know I keep it, no Jonathan. Real nigga shit, real nigga way too lit. Want my name in all kinds of shit. She told me to go get some condoms and pull up. I told her I didn't have time. I looked at my watch, said time for the turn up. Yeah, they need it, these rap niggas burned up. Killing shit, I got to work on. As soon as you put my shit on, it's a murder. Name in the game and come hit on the player. I got the whole world on my dick. You niggas better try to come fuck up that low. Let a nigga like me get that reach shit. Posted up with my little baddie. Know her name ain't no damn Ashley shit. Sliding down on it, she nasty. Telling me that I'm her daddy, nigga. How they let him be cut like he cut. He still learn to be all commercial and shit. Off the top, this really me. When you got it, it ain't no rehearsal and shit. Fuck on my toenail there. Fuck niggas don't wanna go there. You can put me and the slut in the room together. I promise it's only one hold up. Don't play with me, I don't got time to play. 4 times out of 4 got that fire, I ain't talking no little shit, it's a 4-5 and hey, I hope that nobody won't die today. I'ma blow, cause I gotta live, take care of home, pull out my kids, even if I'm alone, stand on the bill, whatever you own, it is what it is. Nigga, I just took my lick, I ain't tripping about that, you know a nigga ain't going like a bitch, just dropping out right back, rocking out sold out crowds like real niggas saying my shit, let them niggas pay. Yeah, I tear the roof up off this bitch, nigga. My bitch super cute, when she give me a smooth, she make her lips bigger. That other shit out, it ain't in this. The baby came back with the tape, brought the hits with all this whack ass shit niggas putting out shit, had me going to sleep while I'm driving.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
I can rip out the I'm not waiting for her to say she love me. I can catch you from any man, trust me. I got a 10-year-old me still ain't fuzzy. 325 on the dashboard, riding the Porsche like a Tom Ford. I'm out like Bernie, you teach me more. I took the jet to the New York store. Look while I'm driving, I'm standing in the floor. I took it on track, now I'm riding the sport. Stay in your feelings, you know my boy. I can't come to the hood, I pull a decoy. Another body dropping the screen my name. I'm going to LA on a private plane. Never come back in my family state. I'm touching with no bitch you pay. Skeleton cardiac, grip down his face. Pull up 2D like a fucking parade. Genesis, superstar, fuck up my day. Extra orange color in rain. I put wiggins in my wrist and my neck and my ears and my motherfucking change. The trip out the trenches, I know you gon' dig it. I gon' see these motherfucking planes. I cut up my wrist up and wet and Coachella keep calling, they won't see the fame. I took her to China and changed up a comment and now she ain't talking the same. 5 nights up, still bobbing and raging. The SCR still living the range. I want her, she wanted the same. And the both same time, both glad that they can't. Keep me if I can't keep it contained. Or I keep me some dogs
go to school and training. Tana logo on the back of my brain. Don't ask me what the fuck am I thinking. Back of these walls, I'm full of that drink. It came through with a little entertainment. At 29, got it looking like space. Houston is a problem when you busting her face and shit. I can't with the snakes with squid. I broke out the game with a 4-5-6. She loving the flesh, I see it. She loving the flesh, yeah, she on her face. And I'm loving that body and lace. And I love you, little spider and Jackie. I know you got taste. If you let yourself take shots with me, if I love you, I drop you a pin to a time and a place.
Wine cellar, put a nigga 6 feet. I ain't begging when I tell a bitch, please. Get a little thug on fleek. Got a little hoe on me. Hey, what? Fuck on beat. Hope your life not cheap. On me, on boy, too cheap. Why I just hit my account, never seen that amount. Oh God, I'm geek. Been on the charts for 500 weeks, so somebody love when I speak. Doing this shit just to show we get down in the 6 minutes bigger than me. Chase this man so big, this shit is perfect. I don't care how wet I get it, she won't catch me. 325 on the dashboard, riding the Porsche like a tomboy, rocking the bed in the headboard. Buying all Louis and push New York. I took the jet to the New York store, covered the regular airport. Stay in the feelings forever, my boy.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Game! I be the savage, here is not having it. If it's that ball problem, we tackle it. Switch on the chopper, that bitch get to rattling. Really hate him, go shoot up the candle. Little mama dick, but just watch how I handle it. Beat up the pussy, I damage it. Pass first down, fuck the wet pound traveling. Louis back version, my drip is immaculate. Give me a beat, I'm attacking it. Might catch a beat when I'm clapping it. I said some bitches use me for action. Post in the trap, we got D in the cabinet. She get on her knees, she gagging. Might cop a cat, cause I beat all them challenges. 120 a show, what I'm averaging. On them roads, I ain't phone, I'm on counting. Start up again. She overweight, now I'm all of her friends. 200 shots, they gon' ball up your mans. Lil' junkie copy, need nothing off dance. I'm your stepping in France. Drip checks, I'm in with my pants. Glock a guitar, we gon' rock it like bands. Spin through that block, you get killed where you stand.
I ran up some chains and bust down the train. Benjamin Grants, my pockets got names. But Billy cocaine, I look like the man. A brick of white forces, same color, them things. I just got booked to go somewhere in Spain. Fuck a fiance, I married the game. I do. It's really 200 occasion, man. I'm on the jet eating raisin cane. They tripping the grass too high. I don't never be at the house in Memphis. I done out from the city. Got swapped up the digits. These niggas can't hit me. The box on the back of the block, we got switches. Awful lot of cough serve on my dick. I'm so picky when it come to these bitches. Who's against the chick? Told my blick. Got wifey with me. Hey, I got away with these words. I got away with these hoes. I keep it too thorough. I'm talking my shit on a whole nother level. I just was over there. I speak for the ghetto. 8 ounces of walking the faker on KO. These niggas fake put together like Play-Doh. Drilling in New York. Ride like a horse, so I pass the pony.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on, or maybe turn.
I ain't even dissing on the squad, we left his man sweet. That's the celebration, stupid concerts when the fans sweet. I want that brand new Bentley with the red seats. My pop was that for me, so I be damn, I be a deadbeat. When you said you love me, girl, you scared me. I'm faking smiles, I'm hurting, so I can't let my fans see. They hear me talking, but I don't think they understand me. Chest in the pocket, young niggas swimming in them bands. Head on the swivel, opposition like a block away. He's running off them X pills, so how did I can't concentrate? I'm talking gang, no IDK, cause I don't think that's smart to say. Rock out with that tech, might make a nigga do the Harlem shake. Make sure that grass low, keep your pole and always watch the snake. Be careful who you trust, cause they'll cross you like Tim Hardaway. Impatient in the storm, I couldn't afford to let my mama wait. Long distance relationship with God, so it get hard to pray. You can't really plan what's meant to be, I think they call it fate. Like, girl, I love you, but it's only so much I can tolerate. Like, girl, I love you, but it's only so much that my heart to take. Like, let's give it a rest, girl, I just wanna give my heart a break. I heard he been dissing on the squad, we left his man sweet. Duck and silver bracelets, be precautious when the fair sweet. I want that brand new Bentley with the red seats. My pops was there for me, so I'll be damn, I'll be a deadbeat. When you said you love me, girl, you scared me. I'm faking smiles, I'm hurting, so I can't let my fantasy. They hear me talking,
What am I doing, bro?
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Here's a give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flushed out right. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Check 99. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 1st down, Rodgers. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. They'll start with the option. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it.
Pass him this.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Rodgers with a keeper, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Rodgers' throw caught by Higgins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Rodgers dumps it off to Mixon. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. I mean, just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
That's quickly out wide to Davis. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Oh, Boyd, what a catch. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Smith. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. You've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Cincinnati, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
Nigga, it's too late for you to learn how to dribble now, nigga. What the fuck?